So, I'm going to be doing something different today. Now, Nando V Movies, who is a good, amazing video essayist on YouTube, has started the One Villainous Scene project. He started one Marvelous Scene before Avengers Endgame, and then he did one excellent scene to celebrate the X-Men movies. At the time, I wasn't either properly into YouTube or I wasn't doing like kind of this analytical stuff that I like doing now with like Formula One and all that. But this is a little bit different. Guess to explore my analytics side in terms of like drama and all that since I did that at school. And as you can see by the background, I'm going to be talking about Doctor Who. I've recently got back into that, mainly the classic side. And today I'm going to be talking about my pick for the One Villainous Scene is from Genesis for Daleks. It's not the virus scene, which I know is probably what everyone was probably expecting, but I think there's another scene in this that goes completely overlooked, which is the scene where Davros hands over to the Thals, which the Khalids are fighting in this, a formula to destroy the Khalid Dome, thus killing all his people, essentially, apart from the ones who are in the bunker. Now, Genesis for Daleks, amazing story, highly recommend it. If you're not into Doctor Who, just go watch it. It's just an incredible story. And so let's get into the scene. Why is this scene so villainous? Look, Michael Wish's Davros is my favourite version of Davros, and it is an incredible performance, and he gives off, you can definitely get a sense of fascism and just the Nazi time in Germany, which I love. That era of Germany is an incredible scene. So I did history as well. It's one of my favourite parts of history. And you can definitely tell throughout this story, like the Nazi and fascist imagery is all throughout this story. The fact that Davros will go and just betray his own people just to develop the Daleks more and make them the supreme beings in the universe. You can just see how much he wants it. Also, this man, Davros, he is blinded by war. He was, for background, Davros, he was horrifically injured, and I believe it was an explosion, and his eyes are burnt shut. The only thing he has ever known in his life is war. It has blinded him, figuratively and literally. I think he's just an incredible, amazing character, written so well by Terry Nation. So let me get into the scene more. So Nida, who is Davros' associate in Davros, goes to the Thal city to give them a formula which will destroy both the cities are protected by domes, and Davros gives the Thals, who they're fighting, a formula to destroy their carded dome, as the Thals are building a rocket to destroy it, but nothing can penetrate it, and Davros gives him it just like that. So the precursor to all of this is some of the Khalids, like in the science corps and the military, are concerned of how far Davros is taking the development of Daleks, to the point that he was removing all emotion, no like pity, just making them totally ruthless enemies, as the Daleks are shown throughout Doctor Who. And obviously, lacking like empathy and just all these emotions that humans know so well, and what makes us human and what makes us people, he's taking that away from them just to make them supreme beings in the universe. As I said, it just shows how evil Davros is that he doesn't want these Daleks to feel like pity, happiness, like anger. Well, definitely anger, definitely. Just to the point where he's altering their genetic code just to make them just the most evil beings in the universe, which is entirely his goal. And you can just see how much the presence Davros has in this, as all the Thals questioning this, but he's just so calm about it. He wants this. He's just so manipulative in this story, as he says to the card leader, just like, I just want this war to end, and I will be seen, he'll be seen as a hero for this. And then obviously he just betrays his own people in this, just to develop his Daleks. It's all he wants to do, and he just wants to rule the universe. And you can see in Wish's performance how much he wants it. He's there's just some scenes, but I think this scene just encompasses his villainy. It's just I know I keep hammering on this point. It's just the fact he betrays his own people. Not to mention the virus scene where he just says, where the doctor is saying, like, you know, if you had created a virus that will kill all life, would you do it? And he just goes, yes. Another thing about Davros is that, you know, you could just see that his ideology, it's so warped and twisted. But Michael Wisher, he just gives a performance where you can't, you know, you just understand where he's coming from. Like you understand him completely. He just said he like says things with just like such calm and precision, but he doesn't know how to turn it up. But he just says things like so well that you can't reason him, but you just can't help but, what's the word I'm looking for? Like you can like see his point of view almost, which just makes him a fascinating character. And you know, even Nida, his associate, he says like, would you go that far? Like the whole of the Kala people, you would go that far, and he does, and Nida just doesn't question it at all. It just shows how loyal Nida is, but also like that just shows how, you know, Davros is able to manipulate these people and just, you know, it's just an incredible performance. I can't praise it enough. As I say, I'm probably going to wrap this video up. Very short video, but it just shows how I think this whole scene is definitely overshadowed by the virus scene, which is why I didn't choose to do the virus scene, just because that scene is just so iconic in Doctor Who, and it just shows how far Davros is willing to go in order just to stop the Kala government interfering with the development of the Daleks, as he believes this will not only win him the war, but just make him the outright ruler of the universe. But as we see at the end of this story, spoiler alert, that due to his meddling with the genetic code and, you know, removing all these emotions, the Daleks, because he wants them to be seen as the superior race, he programs them to say that no one is superior to a Dalek, and they kill him just because he's different to them. And that's all I'm going to say. If I get into the playlist, thank you very much. And that is it for this video. Goodbye.